outstanding session. I would able to see all Arabians are charged up for yet another meeting today. I am pleased to introduce the theme of the day, which is Face Your Challenges. We all are faced with challenges constantly in every area of our life. Most people have a hard time accepting and dealing with these challenges that arise. The truth is that we will have to deal with difficult problems throughout our life. Whether it is your personal life or career oriented. Most of us really afraid and run away from problems because we don't want to accept the reality in the way it is. Running away from the problem is not the best thing. We have to deal with the challenges that are faced with. I have some tips for you. First one, take care of yourself. If you're good only, you can lead your life successfully. Stay away from plastic people, unsteady life. Definitely, you must balance ups and downs of your life. Your job. You must balance your work with your personal life. And positive thinking. Always don't invite negative thinking. Meet people, like try to indulge with positive thinking people. And how to we can deal with challenges. Don't overreact. Accept the present moment. Don't blame others. Don't overthink and accept changes in your life. Don't compare your lifestyle with others. Take your time. Practice gratitude. Stay close to your feeling, even the painful ones. Accept success and failures as part of life's journey. Tend to your loving relationships. I would like to conclude that challenges always make you stronger. Challenges produce resistance, which develops inner fortitude. As you go through challenges, you become stronger and stronger. And when you overcome them, you develop emotional and mental strength. Fellow Toastmasters, with that, I would like to enter the educational session of this evening. To help me conduct the educational program, I have a list of very able and experienced assignees. I would like to introduce each one of them. I request you to hold your applause until I finish introducing all the assignees. First, as a general evaluator today, we have Toastmaster Anupal. I would be introducing him in detail during the evaluation session. Toastmaster Anu, can you please acknowledge your presence and explain your role as general evaluator?
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day and esteemed guests and all my Arabians. As a general evaluator, my task is to help to evaluate the prepared speech and meeting in general. To make this happen, I have a team of experienced evaluators. At the end of the meeting, I'll be giving my detailed report once I have been called upon. Over to Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anu. Next, as a grammarian and word master, we have a very enthusiastic and highly initiative Toastmaster Nilesh Verma. He has done bachelor's in chemical engineering and postgraduate in petroleum management, working as a senior engineer at Sadara Chemical Company. About theme of the day, he says he will face difficult times, assume that challenges are not sent to destroy him. He believes his challenges would strengthen him. Toastmaster Nilesh Verma, can you please acknowledge your presence and explain your role as a grammarian word master?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Madam Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, As the grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misusage of the English language as well as the outstanding usage. As the grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is zeal. Let me share my screen. Could you please allow me to share my screen? Zoom master, please. Okay. Meantime, let me just tell a little note about that. I have assigned a role of grammarian, but not decided the word of the day till TMOD Toastmaster VG contacted me with the theme of the day. When I see theme of the day, face your challenges, then thought, what will be appropriate word? Then come up with the word zeal. Thought, let's face and beat the challenge with the zeal. Okay. You can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, as said, the word of the day is zeal. It's a noun, meaning great energy or enthusiasm in pursuit of cause or an objective. Example, they worked with great zeal to finish the project. Another example, zeal without knowledge is fire without light. Okay, so I will present my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nilesh Verma. Next, as our counter, we have a pretty homemaker and a mother of two adorable kids. About theme of the day, she believes in saying, when life gives you lemons, you make a lemonade out of it. Life is full of ups and downs. In difficult times, she tries to be optimistic. She always grateful and count her blessings. Our queen of humorous speech, Toastmaster Rupa, would you please acknowledge your presence and explain your role as our counter?
Thank you so much. Beautiful Toastmaster that you are, and for introducing me in such a flattering manner. Fellow Toastmasters, wishing you all a very happy, healthy, and a zealous new year. As an accounter, I'll be noting down all the unwanted pauses and filler words such as and which are used by the speakers today. I'll make a note of them and present my report by the end of the meeting when called to do so. Thank you so much, and over to you, Madam Toastmaster Vijay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupa. As a timer, we have a chemical engineer working in Sadara Chemical Company and blessed with an adorable wife, none other than our VP Education Madam and a sweet daughter. About theme of the day, he believes challenges are essential for growth and there is a solution to every problem. The key is to work diligently to overcome the challenges and learn from them. Toastmaster Rahul, could you please acknowledge your presence and explain your role as timer?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster VG Uday. Good evening once. I have noted the timing for each speaker and each evaluator. So I will put on the green card at minimum time. Then I will put on the yellow card at 1, red card on display at maximum time. After red card display, the speaker has 30 seconds to wrap up his speech, or else he will be disqualified. I will present my report when called upon to do so. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. As a Zoom master and word counter, we have an electrical engineer and working in SABIC since almost 20 years. About theme of the day, he says, our life remains full of challenges, and facing every challenge from opportunity and perspective can only bring success. Toastmaster Prashant Kale, could you please acknowledge your presence and explain your role as Zoom master and word counter?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mrs. Viji, for my introduction. Good evening to all, and wishing a happy new year to everyone. Today, my role as a Zoom master is to let our fellow members to join to Zoom meeting platform. And the second role, it is about vote counter. This role is to introduce the ballot, pool ballot, as and when it is required, and then counting the votes, followed by the issuing the or sharing the award certificates. Over to Toastmaster of the Day, Mrs. Viji.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. I have introduced all my assignees in detail and they wished. Please give them a big round of virtual applause for the assignees. Let's now begin the educational part. We have 3 segments here: prepared speech session, table topic, and evaluation session. Now let's begin the prepared speech segment. Yes, all of you ready for our power-packed prepared speech segment? Our first speaker, Toastmaster Arun Vasan. The evaluator for the first speaker is Toastmaster Arul Shankar. Could you please read out the objectives?
Yeah, good evening all. The objective of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Time 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, most of the day.
Thank you, President. The first speaker, he asked me to introduce him as an introvert, trying his level best to become an extrovert. About theme of the day, he says he's enjoying the challenges as it always brings out the best in him. And moreover, he look forward to many more in life. Help me welcome Toastmaster Arun Vasan to present his Level 1 Project 4. Title of his speech is Embark, Embrace and Emulate. Embark, Embrace and Emulate Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Please pin the timer window to get notified about the timing. Best of luck.
All right, am I audible? Thank you. Don't start a business in order to make money. Follow your passion and money will follow you automatically. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you. If I were to ask you, would you like to work hard or would you like to work smart? I'm sure most of you would say that you want to work smart. If that wasn't the case, we wouldn't have survived in Saudi Arabia for so long. Phrases like hard work, smart work, think out of the box, lateral thinking, be the first, do the unthinkable, inspire and perspire. It's a huge list, has always fascinated me. And I used to wonder, what's the difference between smart work and hard work? I think that's where the whole fun lies. Every time I go to India, I find that there is drastic change. And with these changes, we need to adapt, accept, and advance. I always used to get hassled and annoyed by auto drivers. But now when I go to India, I can book on Ola or Uber and my life is smooth. I feel respected. I feel dignified using one. If I have to order something in India, just go for Uber, or Swiggy or Zomato, our own hunger station here in Saudi Arabia. We have the food delivered here. If you want to book a train ticket, there are innumerable apps to help you out to do so. If you want to plan a trip, there is Make My Trip to help you out to do so. And if you don't want to go to theater and you want to watch movies, there is always Netflix and Prime Video to help you out. And these days, fellow Toastmasters, there is, if you want to go for vacation, you can go to a space station and enjoy your weekend there. Things have advanced so much. NASA is like promising one for 35,000 US dollars per day. So left to you. What's happening, fellow Toastmasters? I'm really confused. And now let me welcome to the world of startups. Startups are what has changed our day-to-day lifestyle, and it is changing as we speak. And if we don't come into terms of it, we will be left behind. We will be missing the party, and we don't want to do that. Fellow Toastmasters, when I was in college, I used to wonder how nice it would be if I can make cars which would run on battery. Now it has become a very common thing. I hated to stand in queues to book tickets in a movie theater. Now we have bookmyshow.com. If you are having problems to book a bus ticket, you have Redbus to take care of it. I'm an elevator expert, and I used to wonder how nice it would be if an elevator which is always traveling in vertical direction could also move in horizontal direction. And ThyssenKrupp has come out with this. And a startup is a set of entrepreneurs who come out with a unique product or service which has which will add some value to humankind or humanity. And you must be wondering, if so easy, anyone can do it. And believe me, anyone can do it, and we'll come to it a bit later. As I said, all that you need is a unique product or a unique service. And if you have it with you, you can become an entrepreneur. You can achieve all those things. For a successful startup, 5 things are important, 5 basic steps. Number 1, you should have that idea which I said earlier, which rules the world. Number 2, you need to have a very dedicated team, passionate team, a team which would share your vision, mission, and your zeal, if I can use the word of the day. You can get it. The third one is you need a business model to work on, which is like you have taken into account all the failures which has gone into the market. The fourth one will be a bit tricky one, is funds. And funds can always be little strange. You need to have enough, but you should also have something to fall back. And the fifth one is the timings part of it. When I say timings, if you see during the COVID, Netflix or Zoom or Prime Video, they made minted money because they were able to capitalize on the situation. No, people couldn't go out, so they ensured that they make the most of it. I'm sure you'll be wondering, if this guy is talking so much, why doesn't he start his own app? Believe me, every time I thought something was there, I thought it would be so nice if I press a button, an ambulance should come. It was there. I thought, okay, if I can order for provisions, Big Bazaar is there. So I thought all my ideas are already been taken up, but then there is still always room to go for it. Now, I'm a music buff, so I thought, if I can develop an app, moment someone listens to a song, you should be able to identify the raga of it. If the moment a song is being played, if that app can give you the notes for it, it will be so wonderful. It has a universal appeal. And fellow Toastmasters, still there are like options. There are still places or till, let's say, windows or doors to be broken in the world of startups. I would like to share a small success story of Fanindra Sama. who started redbus.in. He wanted to go from Hyderabad to Bangalore, and he couldn't get a ticket. It was very critical. And he was like searching from one bus to another bus to another bus. And he found that though there are so many bus agencies are there, it was not unified. And he is from Bits Pilani. Three of his friends, they left all their job, they left their job, their comfort zone, and started this with just 5 lakh rupees. And today that company is worth about 12 million US dollars. And all it was just that there was an adversity where he was not getting a bus. He converted it into an opportunity and went on to become a multimillionaire. For Toastmasters, startups are there for us to explore and win. If we have the right blend of patience, perseverance, and passion, we can crack it. All that we got to remember is that, as I said, you need to be unique, and we all are unique in our own way. Our perception, our thoughts, our habits, everything is really truly special. If you can't get an app for making money, there is an app called MAD, Make a Difference. It could be, and that app is used for development of the society. Michelle Obama came there and she danced with the underprivileged kids. So, fellow Toastmasters, I appeal to you most humbly. Use your spare time, write down those ideas, and who knows, one of these days we just might crack it. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Such an amazing speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Ravish Malpani. The evaluator for the second speaker is DTM Vijay Kumar. Could you please read out the objectives?
Hi, good evening, Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Ravish is giving his path level 1, project 1 level 2 project from the Pathways manual. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles, and is for the member to share some aspect of his or her primary leadership style or discuss leadership style in general. Time given is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, over to you.
Thank you, DTM Vijay. Our second speaker is working as contract specialist at Sadara Chemical Company. About theme of the day, he always believes to face his life's challenges with smile. Moreover, he says we have the power of courage. We have tackled anything in life. Believe in ourselves and face life with a smile. Help me welcome Toastmaster Ravish Malpani to present his level 2 first project. Title of his speech is It's All Matter of Choice. It's all matter of choice. Toastmaster Ravish Malpani, please spin the timer window to get notified about the timing. All the best.
Yeah, I've notified the timer. Just as a confirmation before start, is okay, visibility and my sound is coming perfect?
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect, okay. So I'm ready. I don't care about your excuses. What I need are the results and the now. Have you ever heard someone talk that way to you? A boss, a leader, a college professor, maybe. Now you may say that these words were a bit harsh. Well, they may be more common than you think. In my previous company where I worked for, you won't be surprised to hear such words from the managers, especially when there are huge production losses going at the side and the turnarounds and shutdowns. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Leadership is a very vast topic, and many people are not clear with the true sense of leadership. Do you think that merely a designation can make someone a leader? Do you think yes or no? No? Yes, I also believe the same. For me, the leadership is leader is someone who has the forwardship and has the power to influence the others. There is a myth that leaders are born, they cannot be created. I believe that if the right opportunity and the right platform are given at the right time to someone, he can become a great leader. Otherwise, why would our Toastmasters would have this tagline where the leaders are made? So the part of my pathway platform, I have to undergo the series of questionnaires to understand my leadership style. And with no surprise, I found there are three particular leadership styles where I got the almost the same rating, maximum ratings, which means I perform 2 to 3 leadership styles in my daily routine of the life. So today, I'm going to talk about those leadership styles and how I implement them in my life to be an effective leader. However, I don't claim to be expert. Leadership is a journey, and I still have room to improve on that and learn the new tricks. So, the first leadership style I want to talk about is authoritative leadership style, which means come with me. Many times people think that it's a kind of a negative leadership style, right? But I believe that if it is used with the due diligence and the wise, then it is one of the most powerful and influential leadership style. I use this leadership style often when I'm required to make a quick decisions, and I can't wait for the people to come and join me in the decision making. Example, as my role goes of a contract specialist, when I handle the contracts during the emergency time, normal jobs, I'm required to do that and I derive the benefits from it. But yes, there lies huge amount of responsibility when you use this leadership style because you're expecting the people to follow you. Now, if they become successful, then you will definitely get a huge credibility of a leader. But if they fail, then you will be considered as a flop leader. So I use this style very wisely. The second leadership style I want to talk about is the democratic leadership style. Now, it is all about inclusion. I personally promote this leadership style because it requires the participation from a larger audience. The moment I start following this leadership style with my colleagues and teammates, they become the part of the decision making process and they feel more empowered. Now, this is a little contrary to the first leadership style I talked about, which is authoritative leadership style. But if you follow the democratic leadership style, you get the best performance from your team because they feel connected to the system, they feel connected to the decision making process. Also, the third leadership style, which I'll talk about, is the affiliated leadership style. Now, in one single word, if I want to describe this, it is harmonious. I believe that people are the greatest assets of any organization over tools and technology that we use. So they must be treated well because a happy people will take care of your employees, your customers very well with the full zeal and enthusiasm. I have been fortunate enough to have a strong team because I spend almost 8 hours a day in our office, which gives me enough time to build a strong relations and bonding with my colleagues. Also, I treat them as a family, and I personally take personal interest in their professional life and professional interest in their personal life. And this has helped me to gain better achievements in my routine life, in all the sets of my life. If you can build a strong relationship with the people, I think they can go extra mile. I believe that if I walk alone, I may walk fast. But if we walk together as a collective unit, we walk far enough. Well, fellow Toastmasters, we all might know many other different leadership styles as well. But merely by knowing them, does it make you a great leader? Right? No. So a leadership starts with the self-leadership. What you expect from the others, you have to do it, you have to demonstrate it first. And there is no silver tool as far as the leadership goes. And that's why it said leadership is all about the matter of choice. Yes, but the most important thing is that a person should be wise enough to use or choose the right leadership style to a certain situation. I do continue using these three leadership styles which I talk about, but I also pay full attention to the other leadership styles for which I got a little less ranking compared to these three. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Fantastic speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Ravish. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Sankita. The evaluator for the third speaker is Toastmaster Vel Murugan. Could you please read out the objectives?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day and fellow Toastmasters and guest. Good evening. The speaker is attempting the second speech of level 2 in both ways. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify her own cultural identities and the stereotypes that impact others' perceptions of her. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vel Murugan. Our third speaker, she's a freelance corporate communications specialist and mom of a 3-year-old innocent charming boy. About theme of the day, she says she's facing her life challenges with a positive attitude and always ready to accept change and move on. Let's welcome our vibrant VPPR Toastmaster Sankita to present her Level 2 Project 2. Title of her speech is I am no less. I am no less. Toastmaster Sankita, kindly pin the timer window to get notified about the timing. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes, let me just pin the timer. All right. Life is not a competition between men and women. It's a collaboration. Respected Toastmaster of the Day, President, fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very warm good evening from me to you. This was way back when I was young, probably around 13 or 14 years of age. I had a best friend, a boy, a person I could argue with, be zealous with, and didn't truly talk to. He was also the first person to call me a feminist. We were in his house, both of us bristling with, half-bit knowledge from books that we read. I don't exactly remember what the argument was about, but as I argued and argued, he looked at me and said, Sankita, do you know you're a feminist? It was not a compliment, I could tell from his tone. When I was in grade 1, my teacher said at the beginning of the term that she would give the class a test, and the child who gets the highest score will be the class monitor. Now, back at that age, being a class monitor was a big thing. To have the opportunity to write down the names of the noisemakers in the blackboard was just the best thing to happen to you. I got the highest score in the test, but to my surprise, the teacher said that the monitor had to be a boy. She had forgotten to clear that part earlier because she assumed it was obvious. A boy did have the second highest score in the class. But what was even more interesting was that the boy was such a calm, sweet, gentle soul who had no intentions of being the class monitor, while I was full of ambition to do so. However, I was a female, he was a male, hence he became the class monitor. I often make the mistake of thinking that something that is obvious to me is just as obvious to everyone else. I have many brilliant, progressive friends who are men, and when we would have conversations, they would say, Sangeeta, I don't know what you mean by things being different or harder for women.
Maybe in the past, but not these days. I didn't understand how something was so obvious and so self-evident they couldn't see. My constant arguments on the topic of gender would make people label me as this angry young feminist who had nothing better to do and didn't understand and value the opportunities that were made available for me. I have had to alienate myself from people who believed that I was too strong-headed for a woman. I have even received that you need to tone down a bit comment a lot in my workspace when I confronted them on the disparities in opportunity just because of my gender. We live in a vastly different world than what it was 1,000 years ago. The person more likely to lead now is not the physically stronger person. It's the more creative person, the more innovative person, a more intelligent person. And there are no hormones for those attributes. A man is as likely as a woman to be intelligent, to be creative, and to be innovative. We, as humans, have evolved, but it seems to me that our ideas of gender have not evolved. Each time I walk into a restaurant with a man, the waiter greets the man but ignores me. The waiters are products of society that has taught him that men are more important than women. And I know that the waiters don't intend any harm, but it's one thing to know intellectually and quite another to feel emotionally. Each time they ignore me, I feel invisible. I feel upset. I want to tell them that I'm just as human as the man, that I'm just as worthy of acknowledgement. These are tiny little things for sure, but sometimes it's these tiny little things that stings the most. I wish that we begin to dream about and plan for a different world, a fairer and happier world, a world of happier men and happier women who are truer to themselves. How to start, you say? We must raise our daughters differently. We must also raise our sons differently. We do a great disservice to boys on how we raise them. We stifle the humanity of boys. We define masculinity in a very narrow way. The masculinity becomes this hard, small cage, and we put the boys inside the cages. We teach the boys to be afraid of fear. We teach the boys to be afraid of weakness, of vulnerability. We teach them to mask their true selves because they are men. Then we do much disservice to our girls because we teach the girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say that you can have ambition, but not too much. You should aim to be successful, but not too successful, otherwise you threaten the man. Why should a woman's success be a threat to a man? Today, there are many more opportunities for women than what it were during my grandmother's times because of changes of policy, changes in law, all of which are very, very important. But what matters more is our attitude, change in our mindset, what we believe, and what we truly value about gender. I would like to conclude by saying that women don't need to find a voice. We have a voice. We need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen. It's about changing the way the world perceives that voice and strength. So, fellow Toastmasters, are you all really ready to listen? Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Such a power-packed performance, Toastmaster Sankita. Our fourth speaker is Toastmaster Uday Kumar. The evaluator for the fourth speaker is Toastmaster Ashik. Could you please read out the objectives?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Today, Toastmaster Uday is attempting level 2, project 3 regarding under the innovative planning regarding Toastmaster mentoring. The purpose of this project is the members to clearly define how the Toastmaster envision mentoring and to share some experience of the experience regarding as a mentee or protege. I wish the time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish him all the best for the project, completion of the project. With that, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashik. Our fourth speaker, he has done Masters in Engineering and Technology and currently working as Staff Engineer Process Safety with the Saudi Chevron Phillips Chemical Company. How I can introduce him? I know this gentleman since 2009 as my husband, affectionate dad of two lovely daughters. Hard work by nature. And like this, I would say many things, but due to time limit, I would stop here. About theme of the day, he is facing challenges every day with his wife. All challenges in life need to be faced with a famous philosopher quote, okay dear, sorry dear. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Uday Kumar to present his level 2 project 3. Title of his speech is Mata Pita Guru. Mata Pita Guru, Toastmaster Uday Kumar. Kindly pin the timer window to get notified about the timing. All the best.
Am I audible? Invisible? Okay. A mentor is someone who allows you to see hope inside yourself. Famous words by Oprah Winfrey. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and my dear lovely children, a pleasant good evening. Just visualize a man with a round face, having a thin mustache, of age 50 years and of average height, a typical Hindi movie father role actor with full of emotions in the face. Yes, he was my first boss, Mr. Rangaya, a man with full of commitment and dedication. I have learned personally many things from him. And several of my friends have told me that, Uday, when you're being on stage, you feel confident. I have to truly admit that all those things came from Mr. Rangaya. Mr. Rangaya has taken me under his wings when I joined as assistant manager with one of the organization. This was my first job. He could able to pick me from my bachelor's hostel in the morning, and he will drop me in the evening also. And don't ask me what time he'll pick me, because he'll always pick me early in the morning and we'll be coming late in the evening. And most of the management trainees who joined with me will be having a swimming pool party in the evening, and I'll be coming late, the tired face. And those friends have told me that, Uday, you are exploited and used. And one day I went to Mr. Rangaya and I was asking like a kid, am I used? And he was telling me that, Uday, you are not used. You are polished like a diamond. And I could able to see that within 6 months of time, I could able to see the inner self and the beauty came out. When I attend any interview, I could able to crack out with full of confidence. And I have to truly admit that all those learnings which came from Rangaya are still being ringing in my ears. He told me only one thing, that, Uday, you shouldn't be a person who should be simply sitting and monthly getting. Those words are still being ringed too. And there's one thing he told, that respect each and everyone, irrespective of their experience. If it's try of doing it, please do it. If it is worth of doing it, do it better too. Always try to look for right things to be done with right priorities. And those are key essential tips given to me. A mentor is someone who'll be teaching you wisdom and knowledge, and he'll be remembered all from the work, even in your life, even. And Toastmaster mentoring is not less than that. In Toastmasters, I could able to see seasoned Toastmasters are available, could able to see the proteges under their wings, and they could able to see the inner self and the diamond shown to the world. And what are the things I told you earlier about Mr. Rangaya? Now reduce his age to just 25. And don't try to visualize. It's none other than my mentor, DTM Vijay. You can see him. He's a young, charming, inspiring leader. He's much younger than me. When he was nominated as my mentor, and I was thinking that how come 10 years younger than me could be my mentor? Because I have seen that experienced persons are considered to be mentors, right? Age is just a factor, my dear friends. My mentor is a division leader, district champion, a successful coach, and a successful mentor too. I could able to see his kindness, humbleness with me always. I used to knock his door anytime, even whenever I do any roles, I send him WhatsApp message and text him, and he will be guiding me that a constructive tip by mentioning I could able to see a gradual progress within yourself, and I could able to take progress words as positive, and I will able to say that thanks sir, and he will be overwhelmed to see thanks, sir, because such a young person looking a sir note from me. And I used to crack jokes at him, mentioning every time, sir, sir. I need to mention one thing that another mentor who is most and most compassionate with me is our own headmaster, DTM Oman Thomas. DTM Oman Thomas, I used to knock his door anytime, as usual, like Vijay. And Mr. Oman Thomas is very helpful and compassionate with me. He could able to help me on several occasions. Time will not be sufficient if I keep on mentioning about several DTMs in our club and Toastmasters too. And I could able to see that some Madam Toastmaster, and one of the Madam Toastmaster recently was mentioning me that, Uday, I could able to see something in you which is completely missing and you're not getting any time award. This word from Dhananjaya I used to remember. Something in me is missing. I was thinking of what in me is missing. And I could able to ask her specially, and what is that missing? And she was telling me, look for personal stories. And this is what my mentor was mentioning earlier too. Look for some personal stories and add upon that. And I could able to see that my mentor has given me enough story tips to me. When I try to give my icebreaker, the first speech, several people have told me it doesn't looks like first icebreaker speech. You could able to break the ice with aplomb. All those things came from my mentor, DTM Vijay. He could able to show me that six-packs performance, literally, physically not, but literally by words, the six-pack performance was being shown up. Dear friends, a mentor will be giving you advice and they will be giving you coaching techniques. But you being a protege, a mentee will be gaining through all the confidence. A mentor will look for all as a whole and they will be pulling up the extract thing from you. And I got able to say Indian context saying that Mata, Pita, Guru. Mata, the mother, will be teaching you. They are the first mentor. They will teach you on love, compassion, affection. Father will teach you about your social intelligence and the well-being too. And Guru will be teaching about knowledge, wisdom, and they will be giving you enough guidance to support yourself. Toastmaster is one kind where you'll be seeing you with positive energy and motivation all around. With this, we're able to say that I could be able to see several mentors and proteges being around. All the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Elegant performance by Toastmaster Uday Kumar. Can I have timer's report, please? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Toastmaster Rahul, you are muted. Yeah. Toastmaster Rahul, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening all. Yeah, so first of all, let me congratulate the speaker. It was very easy to get carried away with the speeches and really tough time for me to keep track. I will give the time taken by each speaker. Toastmaster Arun Vasan ran very close to the edge, took exactly 7 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Ravish took 6 minutes 54 seconds. Toastmaster Sangeeta took 6 minutes 41 seconds. Toastmaster Uday Kumar took 7 minutes 26 seconds, and all are qualified. Thank you.
I request all the Toastmasters to please cast their vote, keeping in mind the objective of each speaker. I request the vote counter to display the votes in Zoom platform.
Toastmaster Prashant, can you launch the poll?
Yeah, I need to make a small correction for that purpose. Otherwise, the pool is ready. I'm just doing one changes.
You need any support from us, from me?
No, it's done.
Okay.
By this pool session will end by 30 seconds.
Toastmaster of the day, before announcing the break, please call the TT masters where he can announce the names for TT speakers.
Yeah. Now shall I inform him?
Still 4 members to count. I mean to vote.
After the voting completes, you can invite him. He will announce the names for TT speakers.
Sure.
1 member to remain. We can close this and
yes, you can close, please. Yes.
I'm sure you must have enjoyed the prepared speech segment. Once again, give a big round of virtual applause to our ZEAL speakers. So as per the agenda, 15 minutes we are ahead of the break schedule. So President, shall we go for the break now?
Yeah, let us invite our TT master to announce the TT speakers.
Yeah, I kindly invite Toastmaster Nilesh Verma, our TT master, to announce the TT speakers now.
No,
It's
the
Toastmaster
TT
Yasin.
master is Toastmaster Yasin.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, Toastmaster Yasin.
Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you, Madam. So that's to announce the list of the assignee. Okay, we have Toastmaster Sarah, Toastmaster Punam, and Toastmaster Aaron Vasan, and Toastmaster Omen Thomas. I have selected 4 topics. So please confirm so that we can go ahead.
I think
is Saira there? Saira is not there, I believe.
She's not in the meeting.
All right, so whoever can be volunteer to replace her. So we can go with Toastmaster Aaron Vasan.
Including him, totally 3 or 4. We have only DTM Woman, Toastmaster Arun Vasan, Toastmaster Poonam.
Poonam, Vasan, Oman, and Toastmaster Murugan.
Sorry, come again.
The last one, Toastmaster Vel Murugan.
Toastmaster Velmagan, are you ready for the TT speaker?
Yeah, Velmurugan is confirmed.
Yeah, okay then, okay.
So is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Toastmaster Day, so we can announce a short break of maybe we will meet at 8:30. It's 8:22 now. Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, President. So now it's time for break. Now time is 8:22 p.m. So let's join again at the 8:30 p.m.
8:30.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Very happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Everyone.
Happy New Year.
Oh.
The white background. I mean, the super background.
Yeah.
Hello, Oman sir. How are you, sir?
Good evening. How are you? Happy New Year.
Good. Happy New Year, sir. Happy New Year, sir. How are
Not
you, sir?
seen you. We have not seen you for quite some time. What happened? You're missing, hiding somewhere.
Yeah. I had some work actually, so yeah, I was a little bit busy.
Are you working from home still, or going to office?
Yes. No, working from home. Working from home actually. So most probably till by April, May.
Oh, okay. Once the vaccination is through, I think probably things might change, right?
Yes.
Okay. How is life in India?
Good, sir. Till now it is good. So we are confined in a room. So that's the only thing here.
But Chennai, how is it? Chennai?
It's coming down. Cases are coming down drastically coming down. But still there is a small fear is there.
In theaters are going to be opened, right?
Yeah, already opened. 50% now. 50% capacity is there. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
We are very broad-minded, Oman.
Yeah, election is coming, so we have to be broad-minded. I was just
at the same time, we have started seeing some UK cases. UK cases, 1 or 2 cases have identified.
No, because that will spread very fast, I believe. That's the problem.
Yes. In Kerala, I think around 8 people in Kerala. Kerala more.
Kerala, usually all these things spread very fast. We have mostly NRKs. Nobody is there in Kerala. Everybody is outside. That's the problem.
How come Sureshji was able to get vaccinated?
You register it?
Yeah, I also registered. Somehow they didn't take me seriously.
Even I did not register. I registered. They ignored me.
You don't need one, man.
Why? I tried my level best.
Priority list, you'll go down. Minus
No,
you.
no. I called them. I told, can I get an opportunity? They said no. They will be called.
You need to be at least 90 plus, 100 plus. Only then you will be there in their zone of consideration.
I need to increase my weight.
Weight-wise, at least 100. So if you are matching these two criteria, chances are there.
No, not only
fall into that category.
Not only that, I believe weight is one, of course. Then if you have chronic diseases, then they are given priority.
If you have these two, obviously the third thing will come automatically.
Yeah, third thing. Yeah. Now, what I understand is 65 plus they are giving, irrespective of anything. Then that's a first round. Then either sugar or pressure, if you have, well, one of two, only at least two.
I have only one. Maybe that's why they don't take me seriously.
You are still young that way.
So I have this thought that maybe if I get vaccinated, they will allow me to go to India and then let me come back easily.
What vaccine is there in Saudi?
Yeah,
already started. Pfizer.
No, which company? Pfizer. No?
Pfizer. It's a big this thing actually, big one actually. It's like many people are getting vaccinated.
So just watching in Instagram, the countries which are getting vaccinated, I think 1.5 crores people have got vaccinated. Something like that they put.
1.5 crores in Saudi?
Not Saudi, worldwide.
Worldwide. Okay.
So that's less than a 1%.
Yeah, but it's progressing fast. So I think maybe 3 or 4 months down the line, everyone will be eventually vaccinated. At least in
3 or 4 months, it is not that easy, because
in Saudi Arabia,
one of my, I believe it's not that easy because I was told that Saudi got 10 million vaccination or something.
Yeah, population is around 33 million, right?
Yeah, that's the problem actually.
33% can get vaccinated.
Exactly.
So obviously, I'll fall into that 33%.
Let's hope for that. Even I am waiting for that.
Okay.
All the 4 speeches were good, and yours, Arun, good speech, huh?
Oh, thank you.
All 4 were good. And
you oneself positive these days. Otherwise, you go crazy with all the
absolutely
available to you. This is the only thing which keeps you, little tensed, nervous, or what to do. I was counting, like today was probably my 37th or 30th speech in the last 8 years. And you still have that tension with you, what to do, what will happen. Alas, let it go. It has to happen, let it happen. That can.
No, now I have seen a lot of changes in you actually. You're very confident. The way you deliver is good actually.
Maybe it's online. No, I don't have to watch you directly. Maybe once you go offline on stage, then
that really matters actually. Yeah, that really matters when you see the people in front and through online.
This time I just put the timer, that blue color, then orange color, then red color.
But then
for any business.
To me, the energy comes from the audience. For me, it is the other way around.
It definitely makes a huge difference. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's hope that things will be back to normal. At least we can have dinner in Puli. Other day when I went to Puli, they were saying, when are you planning to start?
Fellow Toastmasters, shall we begin the meeting?
Yes, proceed, madam.
So now let's enter into the second segment of our meeting, the table topic session. For conducting this session, I would like to invite Toastmaster Yasin. He is working as Operations Manager with SA Turkey, one of the biggest service provider in petrochemical field. About theme of the day, he says, challenges are part of our daily routine. We are overcoming it thanks to dedication, team synergy, and passion of self-development. Help me welcome our highly talented table topic master, Toastmaster Yasin.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Okay, it's my first experience to be told topic master. For that reason, I worked on it with the full skill. Can I have access to share my screen?
PM Yasin, access is given.
Thank you. Thank you. Visible?
Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead.
All right. I have
hide the the other ones. Hide the side. This one. Make it full view. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, all right. I have chosen 4 topics for the 4 assignees. We start. But the best we can do is to start with Toastmaster Oman, I guess. So the first topic. Your colleague at work requested you to share a training program you have paid costly. Finding it unfair to do it, but not sure how immoral to not do it. All to you, Toastmaster Oman.
Your colleague at work requested. Good evening, table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Friend is a friend, and he has requested me to do something that will help him a lot. However, when it comes to fairness, when something illegal is supposed to be done, when it's not fair to do it, then I will tell them the reason why I'm not sharing it. Because in my opinion, we should not do something that is unfair. Because the whole training program, the development of the training program depends on the payment they receive from each and every person. So if we start doing unfair things, then that training program will be affected. So I would politely tell him that it's not fair for me to do it. And I request him to pay for that and take that course if it is beneficial for him. Back to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Oman, for your reflection. Let's go to the second assignee, Toastmaster Aaron Vassan. Second topic.
Sorry for interference, Toastmaster Yasin. Once the speaker starts to speak, please unshare your screen.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So the second topic, also you, Toastmaster Vassan, you are taking the queue in front of a counter when one of the clients jumped the whole queue and stands in front of the counter where do not jump the queue sign is already there. Nobody has reacted, but
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. A very nice situation. Something we, all of us are pretty, let's say, used to it, and we get used to it. Depending on where I am, I would react accordingly. If it is India, means you will see a version of me which you wish that you had not seen it. Nobody would dare to do that if I'm in India. But if I'm in Saudi Arabia, I'll be the best version of myself. You'll see the most sweetest words coming from me. I'll probably even sing a song and tell him, please go ahead, be my guest. In fact, once I was like sending money to India, and there was this guy, a Saudi guy, I should be saying it. He went ahead, he said that we are entitled, we can go ahead. And the funniest part was that there was an Egyptian guy who was standing there. Even Egyptians are entitled, he said. And I was watching the whole show. I said, Mane, Arun, relax. It's all part of life. It's all you have to learn. Patience, perseverance, you have been teaching and learning. Learn to apply it. You will get it eventually. But all said and done, we need not always take it lying down. I'm sure these days things are changing with the kind of environment around. And we can always raise our voice. If not voice, at least our body language, we can give a cold stare and ensure that our protest or our objections are at least done. If not, take photographs, put it in Facebook. These days, you can get even in other ways also. Over to you, table topics master.
That's very nice reflection, Toastmaster Vassan. Thank you very much. So let's move forward with Toastmaster Poonam. Okay. And the third table topic. You are jogging nearby the river when a frog stopped you and asked you why some of human beings are killing frogs just to prepare frog soup.
क्या पूछा? आरो?
Jogging nearby the river when a frog stopped you and asked why some of human beings are killing frogs just to prepare frog soup. I caught a talking frog. Sorry, I can't
Poonamji,
give that answer.
you can speak on veg and non-veg. That's the in short, that is what the topic
Yeah, I am vegetarian, pure vegetarian actually.
Speak on that. Sorry to interrupt.
Hello.
Hello, Master Poonam. So you should know what would be your response to the frog?
Actually, I am pure vegetarian, so I don't know is the frog soup is there or not. So I don't know. It's a frog soup is kind of thing for eating.
It's calling your imagination, regardless vegetarian or not. It's calling imagination. So just imagine the situation. So you should give a valid reason to the frog why some of human being, not necessarily you, some of human being are killing frogs just to prepare soup, and special soup. It's frog soup.
They like that type of soup. They must enjoy that type of soup, so that they caught a frog and they kill them and they prepare that type of frog soup. It's just answer only. I don't know about that.
But it seems to be not a logical response. So the frog is looking for logical response. So in the same way, you can take it in another way. So why, for example, you can a lamp can ask you why the human being are called to cut the lamp, kill him, and prepare a meal for it.
Maybe they entertain themselves so that.
Ma'am, you can continue speaking for another 1 minute.
I have to speak 1 minute. Actually, I don't know the rules, so that.
Okay, no issues. If you can continue for 1 minute, it's okay okay.
Okay, maybe they wants to eat for entertainment, and they caught frog for making soup is for their. I can't say anything. I can't say without preparation. Sorry.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Poonam. So let's move to the last topic. With Toastmaster Will Morgan.
Yes.
You have to change the topic. It's same one.
Yeah, it's stuck. I'm trying to change it, but it's stuck.
Today we are facing a lot of challenges.
I don't know why it's stuck. No. So you got a magic device that enables you traveling either to the past or the future. You decided to travel to either the past or the future, but why? To which destination you decided to travel and why?
Table topics master, fellow Toastmasters and guest. Good evening. If I got a magic device, meaning a time travel machine, to travel for the past or future, I would like to prefer to go to the past, because in the past we have missed many moments, because we are always try to think the future and try to miss the present. So what was happened is we have missed many of our present time, which is the past now. So I would like to go to the past and try to find out the missing opportunities which I have missed in my lifetime, and try to rejoice those moments, starting from my school life, the college life, the life which is there with the friends in the childhood days, the life which is there in my village, the life which was there in the office days, the early office days. So many of those sweet moments which we have missed to rejoice, I will try to rejoice those and enjoy those moments. So if the opportunity is given to me, definitely I would like to move to the past and try to rejoice the thing. Thanks for such a imaginary concept. It's a very nice concept. Definitely it is not going to happen, but if it is happened, it would be a nice thing to rejoice. Over to you, table topics master.
Thank you very much for your beautiful reflection. And again, we cannot say it will not happen. Just 100 years ago, before the humanity could not imagine that we will be on the moon. So science is moving forward, and everything is possible. So thank you for your contributions and your reflections, and all to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Toastmaster today, please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Can we get the timer reports for table topic speakers?
Good evening again. So the time taken I have noted down as below. Toastmaster Oman Thomas took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Arun Vasan took 1 minute 20 seconds as the decorum, but the discussion lasted more than 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Will Morgan took 1 minute 59 seconds. So except Toastmaster Poonam, all others are qualified. Thank you, and back to you.
I request all the Toastmasters to please cast their oath, and I request the oath counter to display the oaths in Zoom platform.
15-second balance. 3 members to be. Okay. Polling is over.
Very innovative table topic session. Thank you, Toastmaster Yasin. Let's give him a big round of virtual applause. Now, let's enter into the third segment of our meeting, evaluation session. To conduct this session, I would like to invite our general evaluator. He is a chemical engineer with 17 years of experience in petrochemical field. Currently working as a process engineering manager of Dow Chemicals, Chennai. About the theme of the day, he says, stay calm and understand what type of challenges we need to face, analysis it with complete open mind. According to the outcome, then he will decide whether to face it or adjust himself to live with it. Help me welcome Toastmaster Anu as our general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster Vijay. So the most important session, evaluation. I always used to say, evaluation is something that we cannot avoid right from our birth till death. When the baby is born, somebody will say he or she looks like her mother or a grandmother or a grandfather, right? Same thing, when somebody dies, somebody will say that he is such a wonderful, such a lovely person. They may not even talk to him when he was alive. But yeah, but that's what the evaluation is there everywhere. Even right at this moment, somebody's evaluating my speech, right? So that is something that we cannot avoid. Evaluation is there. That's a part and parcel of our life. In Toastmasters, we do evaluation, something called evaluation to motivate. In Toastmasters, evaluation is an extremely important part of our meeting, as it provides the speakers who have prepared speeches with instantaneous feedback from their experienced fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of evaluation is to give both positive comments and suggestions for improvements. Hopefully, each and every speaker will feel encouraged. That is how our Toastmastering feel encouraged by the aspects of their speech and what went well in their speech. And we will try to motivate them to make their speeches much better next time. My role as a general evaluator is to introduce individual evaluators for each speakers. I will also share my observations once the evaluation is done. First, I would like to call upon evaluators to evaluate our speakers. I would like to ask Mr. Timer to make sure that green light on 1 minute and 30 seconds and amber light at 1 minute and 45 seconds and red light at 2 minutes of evaluation. Now,
Mr. General Evaluator, sorry.
Yes.
Green light is at 2, yellow at 2:30, and red at 3.
Okay.
It's 2 to 3
Sorry
minutes.
for that.
It's 2 to
2 to 3 minutes. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you for this correction.
Sure.
So now I would like to call our first evaluator. We have a dynamic and a ZEAL leader who has taken our club to the next level. A great leader. He is none other than our president, Toastmaster Arul, to evaluate Toastmasters Arul's speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmasters and guests, hard work, smart work. I'm sure we Arabians have both hard work and smart work. Good evening to all, and special good evening to Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Congratulations for successfully completing your final speech and achieving your level 1 completion. Let me analyze the speech in terms of content, structure, and delivery. Your speech had an introduction, body, and conclusion. In introduction part, you had an attention-grabbing statement. You said, don't start business for money, but start for your passion. By delivering that statement, you grab the attention of the audience. You are able to connect well to the audience. And in the body of the speech, you talked about the trouble or difficulty we faced before all these digital companies came into presence, like booking a ticket or ordering your food, whatever, maybe even booking a bus ticket. You brought an example of Fanindra, one of the startup owners of Redbus. There was a good example for finding a solution for the trouble you are facing. You told us 5 important steps to have a successful startup. And from there, you moved on to a conclusion. The strengths which I could see today in your speech are: you are a confident speaker, you manage the online stage very well, and a master storyteller, like bringing in different topics and connecting with the audience. Plus your body language on the stage was perfect. Having said this, there are some suggestions or recommendations to take your speech to the next level. In my humble opinion, the objective of the speech was to have a thorough research on a topic and present to the audience. In my opinion, if you would have researched on the causes for a successful startup, the startups which have failed, if you could have researched and shared that, that would have helped us to learn, like if you're going for a startup, what are important for a company to survive. And the second part is the introduction, time management. You exactly finished at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. The introduction was too long, but the conclusion was abrupt. You found that timing device, time red, and you finished it. So to conclude, if you can consider my suggestions, I'm sure you can take the speech to the next level. Thank you, and over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arul, for this critical evaluation. Next, I have a champion speaker who never leaves the stage without winning a title. He is an engineer in profession, but I see he has another great career as a director. I was so fortunate to be part of his 2 skits, and I thoroughly enjoyed in Arabians. He is none other than our own champion speaker, DTM Vijay, to evaluate Toastmaster Ravi's speech.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, for a very bombastic introduction and giving me another career opportunity in case this COVID, takes away my current career. But thank you very much, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and Toastmaster Ravish in particular. A very good evening to all of you. Toastmaster Ravish, first of all, let me congratulate you on completing your project about where you're supposed to talk about and discuss about aspects of leadership and your leadership aspects, particularly focusing on your styles of leadership. You went very well into the to the content of the speech. You explained to the audience the different types of leadership that you closely related to. You also talked about how it impacted your life, as well as what are the benefits and what are the negatives of each types of leadership, and how different scenarios requires different types of leadership. You cannot be the same one kind of leader throughout your life, either in the profession or personal life. And the audience, I felt as an audience member, I felt I received a lot of information. You went with the informative speech type. So a lot of information was being provided to us about the different types of leadership. So well done. And also, I've been watching you as as a speaker coming up. Normally, as you were giving your speeches initially, you used to stutter a bit, and we could literally see you try to get the the words from your mind. We could see the body movements and all. But I think today you had one of your better performances. Your speech flow was really well done. That means it looks like you put a lot of effort, you practiced a lot. Although in between you started a little bit, but I think you caught up pretty well, and then you were able to, give a smooth and confident delivery. And you're very comfortable now with the Zoom platform. Initially, your camera settings and all this. So I think now you've got a good hold on how to deliver a proper speech on the Zoom platform. So well done. Now coming to the improvements that I would like you to focus on in any of your speeches, upcoming speeches, is that I feel like the Pathways program it gives a very open-ended objective. It allows you to be very creative with what kind of speech you want to give. So I felt like you missed an opportunity there because it was a very a very informative speech. So it's about leadership, about authoritative, democratic, and it was like there's something this information we can read it from Toastmaster manual, for example. But what are you bringing to this table? So this is where I was expecting to see some more concrete example from your personal life. You briefly talked about, yes, in certain situations, yes, when I'm taking decisions, when I have to take a decision, I'll be authoritative. But then what was the situation? Build it up. There's a timeline. You're supposed to maybe it's your daughter, your child, your kid's education, or something related, and you took this decision that really saved you and your family. And also you go to the professional life. So this is where you really drive home the point to the audience members. We're learning something new about your life, and also we're able to connect with you because of the stories and everything that you're bringing in, because we all have personal stories in our life. So always try to no matter what type of speeches is, try to bring in your personal examples, so that'll be much more effective. Otherwise, well done, you're really improving a lot, and keep it up. All the best. Back to you, General Director.
Thank you, DTM. Thank you, DTM Vijay, for a clinically researched evaluation. Thank you so much. Next, I have a very calm Toastmaster. He's a mechanical engineer and works as a manager for AITB. My good friend, none other than Toastmaster Will Murugan, to evaluate Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the nice introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, and particularly Toastmaster Sangeeta. First of all, congratulations for completing the project, the Pathways Level 2 and second speech. It's a wonderful speech. You have delivered in a very bold manner, which is the perception of the cultural identity you felt. And you have identified the cultural identity which is the perception for others, and you have come up with the strength of women, the difficulties you faced as a woman, and you also taken up the advanced things, the strength during this period, in the era of technology, where everywhere the women are coming up in the upper hand in many places, and it's a very nice and wonderful speech. Your clarity of the speech is very nice. You are very bold to speak with the audience, and with this virtual platform itself, you are able to show your anger, the thing which you have come across, and it is very well came across. And definitely, if it is in the real stage, definitely it will be a great thing to see. So overall, it's a very nice, fantastic speech, and I don't have anything to add to improve your speech. It's a very nice speech, and thank you so much for such a fantastic speech, and congratulations once again. Over to you, General Evaluator.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Thank you, Toastmaster Whale. From my side, I feel one small improvement. What I see is how you are going to overcome. We cannot, we cannot change our society. We need to adjust. But how we are going, how you have adopted yourself. That thing that you have had it in your speech, no, you can take it to the next level. That's it. So now I have another great Toastmasters who is very calm, polite, but zeal. I see him as a yin and yang. He is calm and zeal at the same time. He is calm when you talk to him, and when he start evaluating and when he starts speaking, I feel the zeal in him. He is one of the most dedicated Toastmaster I have ever seen, who used to come to Jubail all the way from Alcoba, and he has never missed even a one meeting. Such a dedicated and a great selfless Toastmaster, none other than Toastmaster Ashik to evaluate Toastmaster Uday.
Thank you, Gender Evaluator Toastmaster, for that wonderful and enlightening introduction. And congratulations, Toastmaster Uday, for the completing successfully your project. Today, as per the object, let me again state the object. What you expected out of this project is two things: to highlight your understanding of the mentoring process, and the second thing is your experience as mentee. Today, what I felt from your speech is you clearly understood the mentoring, what you mean by mentoring and mentoring process, which is evident in first from your opening with your quote of the, you started your speech with a quote and you visualize your boss Rangaya with a characterization of descripting in detail about his character and features and all. And you highlighted the his advice, not used but polished like a diamond, which is a very nice thing. And gradually you moved on to highlight the feature, what you mean by these mentoring process of mentoring. That is what you gain from as a wisdom and knowledge and experience. It is not only, it is not related to any age. Any person can be a mentor to mentor a mentee as well, and how they will monitor your progress, gradual progress of your improvement and advice and knowledge. And in your speech, what I felt, you have brought nice thing in detail about, you shared with us your experience as a mentee, what you gain out of from your experienced mentors. But all in all, as Toastmasters, what I felt is, not to add a zeal to your speech, I like to recommend two suggestions that may elate your speech to a next level. What I felt is, which is missing in your speech with regard to this project, is your highlighting a specific experience as mentee. Even though you highlight bits and pieces all around the different experience as an information, if you can select one example, for example, which you have started as your experience with your first boss, and you can go in depth into the subject and highlighted that experience, that will give you a boost to your speech and an experience which can be remembered for people, can remember that experience. The second thing what I felt is if you can improve on your conclusion part, where you people has to remember that when you take as a take-home message. As in all, I really enjoyed your speech. Your speech has given given us the proper understanding of the mentoring process, which is evident in your speech. And with this suggestion of including and going in depth into an experience or anecdote, will enhance your speech to a next level. And try to polish your the conclusion part. That also will add glamour to your speech. All in all, wish you all the best for the future project. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashik, for this wonderful clinical evaluation. Now, to evaluate table topics, we have another dynamic ZEAL Toastmaster. The best part of this Toastmaster is she takes every role with utmost sincerity and commitment. She is none other than our ZEAL Madam Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal to evaluate table topic speaker.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the wonderful introduction. Yeah, I would like, good evening, everyone. I would like to congratulate our TT Master, Toastmaster Yasin for conducting the table topic session very nicely. The topics were so good that I were imagining myself, if I were a speaker, what I could have spoke. It's a really very enjoyable session. Now let me come to the speakers. Our first speaker was to DTM Woman, and the topic was really little lengthy, so I'm not going to read out all the topics in detail. But the highlight is the good point about the topic is you're quite sure about your decision. You're firm in taking the decision that it is not fair to do any illegal things. That's a really appreciable part. But just I have a little doubt, though you have paid so many fees for the training, I think in case of emergency, without sharing the knowledge or something, means you should be little soft enough to help your colleagues. Now our second speaker is the Toastmaster Arun Vasan. The topic was really very much interesting about the queue, waiting in a queue and somebody jump in between you and how you become the impatient. It was the good point about your speech was it was full of humor. I enjoyed your speech thoroughly. I was recollecting my experience. So well done. The small recommendation is the topic it clearly mentioned how you reacted. So I think that part is missing. You told about how your friend convinced you to be patient, to keep patience. The third speaker is Toastmaster Poonam. She is quite new to the club, but the good thing about her is she was very confident to involve in the discussion. Though she couldn't speak for the 1 minute in continuity, but the good part is she tried to attempt it. Well done. And from next time, try to keep at least for 1 minute. Our next speaker is the Toastmaster Vel Murugan. It was quite interesting topic. We human being, we commonly think, what if I could have get the chance to go back, or if we get the chance to go in the future. So again, he was very clear about his decision that he want to go back in the past and he want to live that life again. You mentioned about the parts you missed, but a small recommendation is that if you could have mentioned a particular incident which really inspire you to go in the past, so that will be better. I think so. All over, I thoroughly enjoyed this staple topic session and all the speeches. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Sheetal, for a wonderful evaluation and the clinical suggestions. Thank you so much. So now I call upon our timer, Toastmaster Rahul, to give us the timer's report. Mr. Timer, please, can you give your report?
Good evening, Toastmaster Anu. Fabulous session, and I will read out the time taken by each evaluator. Toastmaster Arul Shankar took 3 minutes 14 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Vijay Kumar took 3 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Vel Murugan took 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Toastmaster Ashik took 3 minutes 25 seconds. And Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal took 2 minutes 51 seconds. All are qualified. Thank you.
Thank you. So I request vote counter to kindly share the voting ballots.
Zoom Master, can you please launch the ballot?
Yeah, he has already launched.
It's already launched.
Yes.
Okay, I did not receive. No, no. Okay, no issues.
Thank you. Thank you, Zoom Master and Vote Counter, Prashant Karle. Now I call upon grammarian and word master, Toastmaster Nilesh, to give his report.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Good evening all again. Regarding use of English language, I notice very few misuse. You are outstanding, and I think that's the limitation of my English grammar. Anyway, what I noticed is someone speak like 5 a.m. in the morning. I think 5 a.m. means no need to speak no in the morning. It's a duplication, extra word. Forwardship, leadership. I don't know, maybe this kind of word is there, forwardship. Anyway, look like rhyming words. Ready for TT speaker. I think ready as TT speaker. Some speak like, no, she say, she says. Then one change, not one changes. Another thing I noticed, like missing opportunity missed. Really something jumbling, you know. It's come up in a table topic. The Toastmaster Velu Murugan. I think just Toastmaster Velu Murugan. We should not say the. Okay. This is about English language usage. Very few, but I am disappointed on the word of the day. I thought it was very easy and simple to use this word, but it seems I forgot to encourage while my introduction to all speaker to use this word as much as possible. But very few use this word. Happy that at the end, no, general evaluator, Toastmaster Anup use widely, and few also speaker used, and some use as a adjective also, like genius. So that's all from my side. Thank you. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nilesh. So generally, in the as a word master or grammarian, we will not say the names. So just to give you an thoughts. Okay. So.
Thank you. Yeah, noted.
Thank you. Now I call upon our counter, Madam Toastmaster Rupa, to give her report.
Good evening once again. Toastmaster Rahul, 2 pauses, 1 filler. Toastmaster Anup, 3 fillers, 1 pause. Toastmaster Nilesh, 2 pause, 3 fillers. Toastmaster Prashant, 3 fillers. Toastmaster Arun sir, 2 fillers. Toastmaster Ravish, 2 fillers and 1 pause. Toastmaster Vail Murugan, 3 pauses, 4 fillers. Toastmaster Uday, 1 filler. Toastmaster Yasin, 1 pause, 2 fillers. Toastmaster Uman, 2 pauses. Toastmaster Sheetal, 2 fillers. Toastmaster Ashik, 4 fillers. Toastmaster Vijay, 1 filler. I would like to specially mention Madam Toastmaster Viji and Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta. I could not find even a single pause or a filler. It was like perfectly crafted. So kudos to that. Over to you, Toastmaster Anup.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Rupa. At this time, it's my turn to have a general evaluation of the meeting. Every Arabian meeting is unique, and TMOD have elegantly taken this meeting by introducing the theme of the day very clearly and introducing every role players and speakers. Word of the day was explained well by the word master, and I have noted that word of the day has been used by the speakers many times. This is my observations. And meeting ended little bit late because we started little bit late, right? And Toastmasters, generally in Toastmasters, we are a little bit greedy actually, you know, greedy in terms of we don't get satisfied, even though it was always good. So we always find some improvement. So in that aspect, I feel Toastmasters are a little bit greedy. So I have small improvement here again. So meeting started late, a little bit 10 minutes late. Now I think that's become very common. But since Arabians are the flag holders, right, in Toastmastering, so let's start. Let's try our best to start meeting on time. And other than that, there were some software hiccups were there. But again, those things are very difficult to control on these Zoom meetings. I am so fortunate to attend the Zoom meeting even the 2,500 kilometers away. So that's the best part. So other than that, I don't have anything to say. It was again a great and memorable meeting for me to see my Arabians after a long time. Thank you so much, VP Education, for giving me this role. Over to Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anup, for nicely conducting the evaluation session. I'm sure all the evaluators under club leadership will be benefited from your evaluations. Let's give him a big round of virtual applause. Now, I would request the vote counter to please declare the winners and request the president to acknowledge.
Toastmaster of the day, please call for the best role player polling.
Yeah, sorry, now it's time for a best role player polling. I request the vote counter to display the vote in Zoom platform.
Ten seconds remaining. Okay, poll is over.
Now I would request the vote counter to please declare the winners and request our president to acknowledge.
Vote counter, you can announce the winners now. The certificates can be shared. Toastmaster Prashant.
Yes.
Yeah, we can announce the winners now. Certificates can be shared later.
Okay. So
we are running short of time, so we can.
Can I proceed to announce?
Yes, please.
The best speaker for the today's round is TM Sangeeta Ramasamy. The best evaluator for today's meeting is TM Sheetal Agrawal. The best table topic speaker for today's meeting is TM Arul Vasan.
Congratulations to all winners. Yeah, now over to Toastmaster of the day.
No, best role player is remaining.
Yeah.
Oh, I was seeing the time, so I missed that.
Yeah. The best role player for today's session is Toastmaster of the day, TM VG Udaya.
Congratulations.
Hearty congratulations to all the winners. Fellow Toastmasters, being the Toastmaster of the day, I absolutely enjoyed anchoring this meeting. My heartfelt thanks to our VP Education Madam, Dr. Sheetal, for offering this fabulous opportunity for me. Before I conclude, let me remind you about the theme of the day, Face Your Challenges. The new episode 2021 is waiting for us. We will work together towards the excellence and raise the bar. I hope we will with this theme. With that note, I would like to hand over to our President. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vijay, for conducting this meeting in a fabulous way. Ineffable meeting. As the theme of the day, face your challenges. Today we had a challenge in starting the meeting in time. So I'm sure, like as our general evaluator pointed out, that Arabian standard, at least for online meeting, in my experience, we were starting at 7 p.m. sharp. So we'll continue that in the future. Dear Toastmasters, please give a big round of applause to the winners and Toastmasters, all the assignees for today's wonderful meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Yeah, before we go into the business session, can we have a picture? I request all members to open your video so that PR can click a picture of today's members.
Toastmaster Nilesh, can you switch on your camera, please?
If possible, please switch on your cameras.
Okay, all of you, 1, 2, 3, and say cheese. Thank you. Oh, Nilesh is in. Okay, one more time, just for Nilesh. All right, 1, 2, 3, and cheese.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
A few important announcements. Our next meeting, meeting number 450, will be a milestone meeting on January 20th. We'll be having our TT workshop by distinguished Toastmaster, our own leader, Suresh Kumar. This is the last workshop for this program year. And after that, on February 5th, we'll be going for IS and contest as planned as per our calendar. If any of our members wanted to finish, like level 2 completion is required to qualify for international speech contest. If any of our member want to complete their speeches, please let me know, or our VPE. We can arrange extra meeting to complete those speeches. Okay, and next, an important thing, like we had our COT2, Club Officers Training 2, on 18th of December. One of our leaders gave a fabulous, I can say, wonderful workshop on the role of VPPR. None other than our own smart and adept VPPR, Toastmaster Sangeeta. It was an excellent feedback from many of our senior leaders that great and amazing workshop. So we Arabians should not miss that, right? So we have planned for a workshop, like even with their busy and tight schedule, Toastmaster Sangeeta has agreed to deliver that workshop for members of Arabian Toastmasters Club. And even we can ask our children to take part of this so that we will learn and our children will come to know the latest technologies in preparing a flyer, a video. That's the need of the hour. Thanks to Toastmaster Sangeeta for accepting that request. We are planning.
Thank you. You're welcome.
18th January. If any of the members have any concerns, please let us know. We can plan a date which suits the maximum members, the date and time. And last, the very important announcement, which each one of us are really eager to hear, right? Kulus, the membership fee to be paid to Arabian Toastmasters Club. We are happy that the ExCom and advisors team have agreed to reduce the membership fee from this month, Jan 2021. The fee will be 40 Saudi Riyal per month. Okay, so for next 6 months, we'll be continuing in online meetings. So the Club ExCom and advisors team have decided to bring down the membership fee to 40 Riyal. And I'm sure this will be a joyful news to all of us. And that's from my side. Now it's any like points to be discussed or announced, please let me know. We started the meeting late, but we are going to finish off in time. That's the greatness of Arabians.
Can I add a point, President?
Yes, please.
Just a humble request to all the role players. Please don't be apologetic when you start. No, you need to be firm. Whether you're right or wrong, it's a different issue. But when you deliver whatever it is, be 100% firm on it. Later on, we can always cross-check and get it correct. But that 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes that you take or consume, see that you give your 100% in it. Let there be no lacking or doubt or this hesitation or if or not, no thoughts. Just go for it completely and we'll see it later. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Oman. Sorry, thank you, Toastmaster Arunvasan. I was looking at DTM Oman smiling, so I got his name. Okay, with that, the happy note, like wish this year 2021 will be a joyful, successful and healthy year. And as I said in the President's message, please have a clear perspective for your goals of 2021. With that, I adjourn this meeting. Bye, good night. Now it's open for social discussions. Toastmaster Arunvasan, today I could see a different like get up with beard and first time I'm seeing in this.
You are at home, you have something to do or something not to do. So let's do all this stuff.
Great.
What else you can do here? How many times you can play the same old harmonium? Poor thing.
And I had this discussion regarding vaccine. Like what I heard is they are selected based on the age and the comorbidity conditions the particular person is having. Even people of 55 to 62 age, they have got this vaccine.
What I hear is they are going with the elder ones 60 years above.
65 years and above is phase 1. There are 3 phases actually. 65 years and above. Then other criteria is BMI plus at least 2 of the critical illness.
Okay.
You can take me as a role model for that.
No, you are not qualified. You are your health is good.
I was kidding. Maybe we can hear Parveena Sultana, madam, speak something. She's being like quiet for a long time.
Which kind of vaccine they are going with now, mainly?
Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Madam Parveen, we would like to hear from you.
What happened, Arul? You had one, your office colleague join last time.
Yeah, today she has some other appointment, so she will be joining next meeting. Very
energetic.
Yes.
I think we have a guest at Mr. Gohan.
Rohan is quite from, except for the chat message, he's quite.
He's mute actually.
Yeah, Rohan, you're mute.
This Vijay and Uday, they are standing like couples, you know, for that newly married photograph.
Yeah, you can take a picture if you want to.
I was surprised, standing like
married.
couples. You said standing like
married,
couples.
you know, standing together, waiting together.
But this is the New Year shirt, sir. How it's looking nice?
Oh. Yes. Good.
Super.
So the whole year you're going to be like this, standing together?
No, just for today, man. Of course. Having a role, of course. That's it. Nothing else. He was telling me, get away, go out. Don't be standing here.
It looks very nice.
No,
And the
I don't know. One
background
of
and the
the,
wall color
I
and
think
everything. It looks
it
very
was
good.
Rupa, Rupa mentioned Vijay, you beautiful Vijay like that. And Vijay started smiling immediately.
I know. Really very attractive. The blue color you're wearing, the pink wall, everything together looks very bright and nice.
Yes, ma'am. We had a trial session also since morning.
Yeah, it's worked. I mean, the combination
Rupa,
is good.
From next meeting, I will take care to assign both them together.
This Rupa, no, her photo is there or whether she is there, we can't make any difference. After time, I look whether she is there or whether it is the photo. Both look so similar, no, hardly any difference. If you ask
Yeah,
me,
I don't Photoshop my pictures. That's the
no, I
proof.
meant it as a compliment. You look so alike.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry for
Are you
interruption.
talking or whether your video is on or not? What is happening if you can't just be
Toastmaster
sure.
Prashant, you can stop recording. You have the option.
Toastmaster